All right, well, it is the next morning, and we got this guy home yesterday, and it was kind of a long day, so didn't record anything. I did a little fiddling around on it. Still can't move this thing by hand, but there is no balancer bolt to hook to, so I don't know. I thought I was strong enough to roll one over, but you never know. Pulled all the plugs out. I didn't record any of that because it's not a lot exciting or anything, but the plugs weren't in bad shape. There's only one that had a little bit of rust on it. So I went ahead and filled those cylinders with MMO, good old standby. And we'll just kind of let it sit and see how that works. I'm probably going to throw a breaker on it. I went and bought a bolt. See if we can rock it today at some point. Kind of looking over, I did notice that the motor mounts aren't completely bolted in. Like I said, this was something somebody started on and lost interest in. There are a few things that I did notice. Now, I pulled this intake off, but you can see that gap there. There's some screw and studs or something that are keeping this thing from sitting on there nice and snug. And I think that's where we ran into an issue. So these two runners here both looked like they had some rust on the top of the valve, just from moisture and sitting, not moving. And so I filled all those with MMO too, and we'll see what happens there. The exhaust manifold ports were all taped off, so in theory, they didn't get a lot of air into them or anything like that. I don't really know. We'll find out. And, if this thing needs to be pulled apart and taken apart, that's what we'll do. But I'd like to see if we can just get it to fire as it sits without having to pull it out. I don't have the best place in the world to do all this stuff. I do have a concrete slab, but it's not a good one. And, gaps like that make it kind of fun to roll engine hoists around on, but we'll make it work. We can always just push it back in the driveway too when we get the motor in the air. But I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling some of the crap out of this thing. I'd like to get into the trunk today and do that. We've got a whole back seat full of parts that we're gonna pull out, and while we're at it, then we can figure out what exactly we've got. I did find a bunch of stuff in here, and like I said, I don't have door handles. This one does work from the inside. That's the only one that works right out of all of them. But I found a whole set of door handles in here, in addition to a new console pad and, time of ride, all that good stuff. It doesn't look like the carpet's in that bad a shape, aside from just being filthy. Everything in this car is just fucking filthy. So I also bought some cleaning wipes, so we're going to give these things a shot. I've never used these, so we'll see how they work, but I'd like to be able to touch that steering wheel without sticking to it, because that's disgusting and gross. There's another shot of some of that rust that we've got. I don't intend to do any body work to this thing. I think if we can just get it to run and rock around under its own power, I think that'll be fun enough as it is. So headliner is ridiculous. Somebody kind of ghetto rigged one in here. There's a board underneath it. How about that? But yeah, so I'm gonna get some of the stuff laid out, and we'll just kind of take an inventory of what we have and go from there. All right, I'll be back with you guys in a bit. All right, so we got all the crap out of here. Interior's not in horrible shape. I'm gonna go after it with the mouse sucker and see what we can get, see what it looks like, because every time you touch anything, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's lovely. Back seats look like they're in good shape. Carpet doesn't look bad. Got a lot of chrome goodies in here. Thermostat housing, a couple flex fans, alternator brackets. So this guy believed that chrome would get you home, so I don't know. But yeah, we'll get this thing vacuumed out and see what we can get it, what we've got after that. I'm gonna try to get this back seat out so I can get into the trunk, and hopefully I've got a distributor in there. I did find a cap for the distributor and a spare carburetor, but still haven't found the distributor itself. So let's just see what we can find in the trunk. So if you've done this stuff enough times, you'll notice that every car seems to have its own smell. This one smells vaguely like old Chinese food. I have not figured that one out yet. But we are making some progress. They're not cleaning up too bad. Take the wipes to that here in a little bit. And I need to get this seat out. But I had to get it clean enough that I could touch before I was willing to put my body into it and try to get it off here so we can get into the trunk. But just thought I'd throw a quick update in here, and we'll be back. All right, the back seat is out after 3 shop vacs full of mouse nests and all sorts of nastiness. Did discover that oh, there we go. Floor is a little soft. think I'm missing some floor pans, so we'll inspect that or not. I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me. But cool that the build sheet is still underneath here. So I'm going to pull this out and see if I can preserve it a little bit. Try to scan it into my computer so I have a digital copy. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So anywho. All right, the trunk should open now. We got the latch unbolted from the inside, and let's just see what's in there. All right. That is, I guess I have 2 of the missing rims. I have an extra one. Awesome. We got some radiator hoses with the fancy shit on them. Don't give a fuck about that. We got more chrome. Oil filter cover. Woo. Yep. I'm gonna toss that up there. I have another fan. That is fan number 3. Dually cap. Okay. I have no need for that. Ooh, timing cover. Or not, timing tab. Timing tab. Throw that up on the pile and it just fell down. Ooh, those are kind of cool. I might be able to use some of that stuff. I don't know what's all in there, but looks like fancy dress-up shit. A, as in 1, valve cover. There's the timing cover. I already have a chrome one on here, so I don't know. Brackets. Good, I'm missing a bunch of those. Chrome. Hey. Are these to do that like sleepy eye freaking headlight thing? I don't know. Throw that in the pile of unknowns. Fuel filter. Lines. Lines. Hose. Vacuum bullshit. Yeah. There's one wheel out. And another wheel. I got a exhaust manifold. Only see one.